Listen, before we do anything today, you're taking a test. In 30 seconds, you'll know exactly how badly you're failing at something 90% of people over 60 are quietly losing at every single day. No equipment. No standing up. Just brutal honesty about what's happening inside your legs right now. And what I'm about to show you is how most people are sitting on a circulation time bomb. They're losing function every single day, and they have no idea because nobody's telling them the truth. Before I reveal the 3 exercises that turn your leg muscles into powerful blood pumps, before I show you the second heart principle that cardiologists use to prevent blood clots, I need you to understand something. Your score on this test is going to shock you. Most of you will fail. And that failure is costing you mobility, independence, and quality of life every single day. Now hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Because what I'm about to share is the exact framework hospitals use on cardiac patients. The same mechanical principles that prevent deadly clots after surgery. And you can do all 3 exercises in your armchair while watching television. And drop a comment with your score after the test. Because that number isn't a verdict. It's your starting line. The question is whether you'll do something about it or just keep losing. You're starting with a perfect score of 5 points. I'm going to describe 5 symptoms. For every one that applies to you, subtract 1 point. Ready? Question 1. Do your feet or toes feel cold even when the room is warm? If yes, -1. Don't lie to yourself. Cold feet mean blood is struggling to complete the full journey to your toes. The capillaries aren't getting adequate flow. That's circulation failure. Subtract that point. Question 2. Do your legs feel heavy or tired by the end of a normal day? Not after a marathon. Not after climbing stairs. Just after regular sitting and light activity. If yes, -1. That heaviness? That's blood and fluid pooling in your lower legs because the return flow has slowed to a crawl. Your venous pump is failing you. Question 3. Do you notice swelling around your ankles in the evening? Socks leave deep marks. Shoes feel tighter at night than morning. If yes, -1. That's edema. That's your body screaming that fluid is accumulating because your circulation can't move it back up. Failing system. Subtract the point. Question 4. Do you get leg cramps, especially at night? Those brutal spasms in your calves that jolt you awake at 2 a.m.? If yes, -1. Cramps happen when muscles are starved of oxygen. Oxygen travels in blood. Poor circulation equals oxygen starvation equals painful cramps. Simple math. Question 5. Do you see spider veins or varicose veins that weren't there a few years ago? Those visible purple and blue lines spreading across your calves and thighs? If yes, subtract your final point. Those aren't cosmetic. Those are failed valves. Blood pooling and distending vessel walls because it can't flow upward. Structural failure. If you scored 5, congratulations. You're in the minority. Your circulation is strong. Today's exercises will help keep it that way. But statistically, most of you didn't score 5. Most of you are sitting at 3, 2, maybe even 1 or 0. If you scored 3 or 4, your body is sending early warning signals. This is the perfect time to act. Before minor symptoms become major problems. Before heavy legs become ulcers. Before ankle swelling becomes chronic venous insufficiency. If you scored 2 or lower, listen carefully. Don't be discouraged. Be motivated. Because the lower your score, the more dramatic your improvement will be over the next 2 weeks. The worse your starting point, the bigger your gains when you actually do something about it. Save this video. Do what I'm about to show you every single day for 2 weeks. Then come back and take this test again. I'm confident your number will go up. Maybe 1 point, maybe 3 points, but it will go up if you actually do the work. Pause right now. Write your score in the comments. Day 1, your baseline, your starting line. When you come back in 2 weeks and your score improves, you'll have proof that this works. You'll have documented evidence of improvement. Here's what we're doing today. 3 seated exercises that activate the muscular pump in your legs. You can do all 3 in your armchair, at the kitchen table, while watching the news. Total time under 10 minutes. And every single repetition sends blood racing back toward your heart that would otherwise be pooling in your ankles. But first, 60 seconds of science so you understand why this works. Your heart pushes blood down to your legs easily. Gravity helps with that. Downward flow is effortless. The problem is getting blood back up. Against gravity, through weakening one-way valves and aging veins. Inside your leg veins, there are tiny valves that stop blood from falling backward. As we age, those valves weaken. They stop closing completely. Blood pools in the lower legs. That causes swelling, heaviness, visible veins, all the symptoms you just tested for. But here's the key most people never learn. The only force strong enough to push blood upward through those valves is muscular contraction. Every time your calf muscle contracts, it squeezes the veins like wringing out a wet towel, forces blood up toward the heart. When you sit still for hours, that pump stops. Blood sits. Circulation drops to half of normal flow. Our 3 exercises restart that pump. Without standing, without equipment, just deliberate muscular activation that most people never do. Before we start the exercises, I need to show you research that stopped me cold when I first read it. Scientists measured blood flow velocity in the main vein behind the knee during prolonged sitting. Healthy adults. No vein problems. Just normal people sitting in chairs. After just 30 minutes of sitting still, blood flow velocity dropped measurably. After 60 minutes, it dropped by as much as 50%. Half the normal flow. In 1 hour of sitting. Think about that. If you sit for 1 hour without moving your legs, the blood in your lower legs is crawling at half speed. This is exactly the environment where blood clots form. This is why airlines tell you to move your feet on long flights. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, blood clots in leg veins that can break loose and travel to your lungs. Pulmonary embolism, fatal, all because blood flow slowed to a crawl and formed a clot. This is why hospitals get surgical patients moving as soon as possible. Even 12 hours of immobility after surgery dramatically increases clot risk. Immobility is deadly. Sitting still is circulation suicide. But here's what should motivate you. The same research showed that just 20 seconds of calf muscle activation was enough to reset blood flow almost entirely. 20 seconds. Less time than it takes to pour coffee. One brief muscular contraction and blood velocity returned to near normal levels. The exercises I'm about to show you are built on exactly that principle. Brief, frequent muscular activation that resets circulation over and over throughout the day. We're counting down from exercise 3 to number 1. Number 1 uses the principle cardiologists call the second heart. But we start here. The seated march. Sit in a sturdy chair. Feet flat on floor. Back tall. Don't slouch. Now simply lift your right knee a few inches off the seat. Then place it down. Lift left knee. Place it down. You're marching in place while sitting. 2 details make this effective instead of wasted motion. First, lift with intention. Don't just swing the leg. Deliberately contract the thigh muscle. You should feel the front of your upper leg tighten with each lift. Quadriceps activation. That's the pump. Second, place the foot down slowly and silently. If your foot is slapping the floor, you're going too fast. Wasting the eccentric contraction. A quiet, controlled placement means the muscle is working on the way down too. Double the circulation benefit. The pace should be steady like a ticking clock. 1 lift per second. No rushing. Circulation responds best to slow, rhythmic movement. Not frantic flailing. Controlled, deliberate contractions. Do this for 60 seconds. About 30 lifts per leg. By the end, you'll feel gentle warmth spreading through your thighs. That warmth is fresh oxygenated blood arriving in the muscles. That's the pump working. Common mistake, leaning back and using momentum to swing legs up. That's cheating. That's wasted reps. Stay upright. Let the hip flexors and quadriceps do the work. Feel the contraction. That's what moves blood. Exercise 2. The seated leg extension with toe point. This is a 2-for-1 movement. You get the thigh pump and the calf pump in a single exercise. Maximum efficiency. Same seated position. Feet flat on floor. Now slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you until the knee is as straight as you can comfortably get it. Roughly parallel to floor. Once extended, point your toes away from you like a ballet dancer. Feel your calf tighten. Hard contraction. Hold for 2 seconds. Then pull your toes back toward your shin. Feel the calf stretch and release. Now slowly bend the knee and lower your foot back to floor. Let me explain what just happened inside your leg. When you extended the knee, your quadriceps squeezed the veins in your thigh, pushed blood upward. When you pointed your toes, your calf muscle contracted, squeezed the deep veins in your lower leg. When you flex back, the calf relaxed and the veins refilled with fresh blood from below. You just performed a full circulation flush from ankle to hip in one smooth movement. That's efficiency. That's deliberate engineering of blood flow. Do 10 repetitions on each leg. Right leg out. Straighten. Point the toes. Flex back. Lower. Left leg. Extend. Point. Hold. Flex. Lower. 20 total reps, under 2 minutes. Why is the toe point so critical? Your calf muscles wrap around the deepest and most important veins in your body, the deep venous system. A single strong calf contraction can push blood upward at remarkable speed. This is why your calf is called the second heart, not a metaphor, a genuine mechanical pump. If straightening your knee fully is painful, here's the modification. Extend only as far as comfortable. Even if the knee stays slightly bent, the toe point is the most critical part. You can even skip the extension entirely and just do toe points with feet on floor. Point away, pull back, point, pull. You still get that powerful calf pump. Now we get to number 1, the seated calf pump. I call it the second heart activator. This is different from the other exercises because it's not about counting repetitions. It's about sustained rhythmic pumping. It's the closest thing to walking you can do while sitting down. Sit tall, feet flat on floor, hip width apart. Keep the balls of your feet and toes firmly on ground. Now lift both heels off the floor as high as they'll go. Come up onto balls of feet. Squeeze your calves hard at the top. Maximum contraction. Then slowly lower heels back down. That's 1 pump. Let's do a few together. Heels up. Squeeze at the top. Down. Up. Squeeze. Down. Keep going. Rhythmic. Deliberate. Feel the contraction every single time. If you close your eyes, you can feel the blood being pushed upward with every squeeze. Imagine your calves wringing out a wet towel. Every contraction forces fluid up and out. Up toward your heart. Away from your ankles. After about 30 seconds, you might feel a burn in your calves. That's lactic acid. That means the muscles are working hard enough to make a real difference. If the burn is too much, pause for 10 seconds. Then resume. Don't quit. Just pause and continue. Here are 2 progressions for when the basic version gets easy. First, try 1 leg at a time. Keep left foot flat. Raise only the right heel. This doubles the load on that calf. Do 20 pumps. Then switch. Single leg pumps are significantly more powerful, but only do them once the 2-leg version feels comfortable. Second, place a thick book under the balls of your feet. Hardcover novel, phone book, anything stable. This means your heels start below the level of your toes. You travel through bigger range of motion. More range equals deeper contraction equals stronger pump. The reason I made this exercise number 1 is simple. You can do it anywhere, anytime, for as long as you want. While watching news, while talking on phone, while sitting at dinner table. It requires nothing except your own 2 feet. And every single pump sends blood racing back to your heart. Do this at least twice a day, morning and evening. If you sit for long periods, add a 2-minute session every hour. Over the next week, you'll notice your legs feel lighter. Ankle swelling decreases. Nighttime cramps begin to fade. Cramps happen because muscles are starved of oxygen. Better circulation delivers oxygen. The cramps lose their grip. Simple cause and effect. Here's your complete daily plan, not suggestions. Action items. Exercise 3, the seated march, 60 seconds. Exercise 2, the leg extension with toe point, 10 reps each leg. Exercise 1, the calf pump, 2 minutes. Total time, 5 to 6 minutes. Do it at least once a day, ideally an afternoon or evening when fluid has accumulated in legs. The calf pump can be repeated on its own as often as you like throughout the day. Important, Don't do these exercises later than 1 hour before bedtime, or you may wake up to use bathroom at night. Because of all the fluid we just moved up from your legs. Your kidneys will process it. You'll need to urinate. Plan accordingly. Now the 3 bonus boosters I promised. These aren't optional extras. These are force multipliers that make the exercises work even better. Bonus 1, the hydration timing trick. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. Thicker blood moves slower, especially through narrow veins. Basic physics. Most people make the same timing mistake. They drink very little in morning and try to catch up with big glasses after dinner. This floods your system right before bed, causes ankle swelling and bathroom trips, while leaving your blood thick during daytime when you need circulation most. The fix is called front-loading. Drink majority of your water in first half of day. Full glass before breakfast. Steady intake through morning. By 3 or 4 in afternoon, most of your daily water should be in your system. Then taper off in evening. This keeps blood flowing smoothly during active hours. Reduces overnight fluid burden. Simple scheduling change with dramatic impact on circulation. Bonus 2, 1 food that helps and 1 habit that hurts. The food is beets. Beetroot is rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and widens blood vessels. Wider vessels mean easier blood flow. Basic vascular biology. You don't need beets every day. 2 to 3 servings per week makes real difference. Roast them. Add to salad. Drink the juice mixed with apple juice if taste is too earthy. Get those nitrates into your system. Now the habit that hurts. This surprises almost everyone. Crossing your legs while sitting. When you cross one leg over the other, you compress the veins behind both knees. You're pinching the main highway that blood travels through. And most people do this in evening, exactly when circulation is already at its weakest. You're sitting, blood flow already slowed. Then you compress the veins, making it even worse. Stop crossing your legs. Feet flat on floor. Always. Bonus 3, the 20-20 rule. Remember the research about blood flow dropping after 30 minutes of sitting? Here's the simplest fix. Every 20 minutes, give your legs 20 seconds of movement. 10 calf pumps. Quick seated march. Even just pressing feet into floor. 20 seconds resets the circulation clock. Set a timer on your phone. If you sit for 10 hours a day, that's 30 opportunities to send fresh wave of blood through your veins. Over a week, that's over 200 circulation resets that wouldn't have happened otherwise. 200 times you manually restarted the pump. 200 times you prevented blood from pooling. 200 wins against circulation failure. Let's come back to where we started. You wrote down a number at the beginning of this video. That number is not a verdict. It's a starting line. Here's my challenge. Do these 3 exercises once today. Add the 3 bonus habits. Repeat every day for 2 weeks. Then come back to beginning of this video and take the test again. Answer the same 5 questions honestly. I'm willing to bet your score will be higher. Maybe your feet will feel warmer. Maybe ankle swelling will go down. Maybe night cramps will fade. Every point you gain back is proof that your body is responding. Proof that deliberate action beats passive decline. When you retake the test, come to comments and share your before and after. Right, started at 2. After 2 weeks, I'm at 4. I read every comment. Your progress might be the thing that convinces someone else to begin. But here's the brutal truth. Most of you won't do it. Most of you will watch this video. Nod along. Maybe even write your score in comments. Then do nothing. 2 weeks from now, you'll still be at the same score. Or lower. Because circulation doesn't improve by itself. It gets worse. The question isn't whether these exercises work. The question is whether you'll actually do them. Every single day. For 2 weeks. That's the test. Not the 5 questions. The real test is whether you have the discipline to invest 5 minutes a day in your own circulation. Let me give you my honest assessment after 10 years analyzing health outcomes and medical interventions. Circulation failure is one of the most preventable, most reversible conditions affecting people over 60. And it's also one of the most ignored. People will spend thousands on supplements, hundreds on compression socks, but they won't spend 5 minutes a day doing the one thing that actually works. muscular activation, the mechanical pump that moves blood. The 3 exercises I showed you are based on the same principles hospitals use for post-surgical patients. The same mechanics airlines recommend to prevent DVT. The same pump activation cardiologists teach to heart failure patients. This isn't experimental. This isn't unproven. This is established vascular physiology applied through simple seated movements. The only question is execution. Will you do it or won't you? Your legs have carried you through your entire life. Decades of walking, standing, moving. Now they need you to return the favor. 5 minutes a day, 3 exercises, 3 bonus habits, 2 weeks to prove it works. The lower your score, the more you have to gain. If you scored 1 or 2, you're sitting on the biggest opportunity. Because going from 2 to 4 is 100% improvement. Going from 1 to 3 is 200% improvement. The worse your starting point, the more dramatic your gains. Now I need you to do something for me. If this analysis has opened your eyes to how circulation actually works, if you understand now why sitting still is slowly destroying blood flow in your legs, I need you to hit that like button right now. I need you to subscribe if you haven't already. And I need you to drop a comment below with your starting score and commit to the 2-week challenge. Because that public commitment increases your odds of following through. When you write it down, you're more likely to do it. Share this with anyone complaining about heavy, tired legs, cold feet, ankle swelling, night cramps. They might not know a solution is this simple. They might think it's just aging, just something they have to live with. Show them it's not. Your legs are failing right now because blood isn't circulating properly. The 5-point test proved it. The 3 exercises fix it. The question is whether you'll actually do the work or just keep losing function every single day. Your move.